Then in hip hop album review, Goodie Mob, Survival Kit. Before we get into the review, I want to give y'all a little bit of background on Goodie Mob. They were a group that was formed in 1991 here in good old Atlanta, Georgia. Their debut album came out in 1995. The group consists of Big Gip, Cujo, CeeLo, and Timo. Their debut album, Soul Food, obviously was released in 95, right, B? Mm-hmm. They reached number 39 on the Billboard Hot 100. And yeah, man, the rest is history. They've released several projects since then. This is the first time that in hip hop does Goodie Mob, because we haven't even done them as a classic on Patreon, have we?
No one's voted. Look, no one's voted for them.
Go to Patreon, become a patron, vote Goodie Mob, so that way we could do a Goodie Mob classic. If you aren't a patron already, so go over there, subscribe, help your boys out, man. Look, man, I'm not even going to hold y'all. I'm not even going to take too much of y'all time. When I listened to this thing, man, it did not connect with me, and it was primarily the beats.
Really?
Primarily the beats, man.
You gonna disrespect organized noise?
And you disrespecting yourself.
I told my wife, I'm like, man, I'm gonna go up here, man. People gonna hate me. I know the crew gonna look at me crazy, but I'm not feeling this. And I gave it multiple listens. Like I was like, okay, maybe am I missing something? Mm-hmm. But it just, I felt like I didn't have no expectations going into it. Mm-hmm. But it didn't hit what I wanted it to hit. And here's the thing, it wasn't the content.
I know why.
Because the content was there, you know what I'm saying? Like they were talking about, you know, the black struggle, Atlanta, like they were talking about grown man shit. Mm-hmm. And you know I like the grown man shit, but the production just, it didn't hit me, because it was like, okay, this shit don't sound, at least in my opinion, doesn't sound like Atlanta. Like,
yep.
You know what I'm saying? So,
yep.
And it sounded a little bit, and I'm trying to refrain from saying it, but I gotta say it because it's just me being honest. Mm-hmm. It sounded old and dusty.
Oh, no.
To me.
I was with you until old and dusty.
Okay, and that's fine.
It doesn't feel like a Goodie Mob album. I'll give you that.
Okay.
When you listen to it, it doesn't feel like prime era Goodie Mob, just in aesthetic.
Yeah.
So I understand that. The beats don't sound like you could throw these beats on an old Goodie Mob project.
No.
But these beats were dope.
Yeah.
And that's where the disconnect is. These beats were fucking dope.
I feel like it's been a while since
It has been a minute.
Since they produced an album from top to bottom.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? This shit was, they produced it so layered, man. This shit was amazing.
Yes.
I was like, I had to keep looking like, is this organized? Really? Is
Even
this
that weird
noise?
electro beat on the opening song.
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Yes.
Man,
I was like,
whoa.
Perfect
Is this the
intro
right song? Is this the right album?
Now, I'm not gonna lie, CeeLo was the bright spot for me on this project. Like when CeeLo came in, CeeLo stole the show oftentimes. But I don't know, man.
But that's what made Goodie Mob so good. That's what made them all so great. They didn't have that one. I mean, they all brought different flavors to the track.
Like, I thought everybody here showed up to rap.
Yeah.
I get you what you're saying. I did think that it didn't really feel like Goodie Mob at first.
Yeah.
But I think this is just Goodie Mob in 2020.
Exactly.
We can't look for soul food Goodie Mob.
We can't.
There wasn't that soulful production.
You can't.
It didn't feel like Atlanta per se. Mm-hmm. But remember what we said before about how these guys, the whole Dungeon Family crew, they show up and they change what Atlanta sounded like.
Yep.
You know? Yep. And I think that this isn't really going to change what Atlanta sounds like, but at the same time, this sounds like their version of Atlanta.
Even after all these years, they can still come up with something fresh and new. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't, like you just mentioned, like it doesn't sound like, we're not sitting here saying, oh, this sounds like 1998 Goodie Mob, where it sounds like, you know, it's like they still, you know, evolution and they sound and the way they song structure is dope, man. I thought no Cigar, of course, it's dope that they had Andre 3000 and Big Boy on there.
No Cigar was fucking
my good.
Bruh. I don't battle, I don't do that. I'll shoot you, then turn around and be like, who that?
yeah.
Come on, man.
Yes, man.
Gip, I think Gip was he was on his game.
Yeah.
This whole I mean, I think everybody was. But I do agree with you. CeeLo was the one that jumped out to me the most because his flow was just insane. Yeah. The whole album.
Yeah, Calm Before the Storm was fucking amazing.
I just didn't like that hook.
You didn't?
I didn't like the hook. I loved the song.
Okay.
I didn't like the hook, but the song, the production was nice. And most rappers, I wouldn't really go for a hook.
Yeah.
Goodie Mob, I'm like, man, I need that hook to hit.
Yeah.
And that hook was a little off, but that's a small gripe because the overall song was still dope.
Man, that shit was crazy. The thing I love about Amazing Grace is like, that's a good song that you can talk to the youth. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, being old is not getting old and showing experience. That's like a cool thing. That's good.
Yeah.
You got so many young black men that's dying all the time. So Curry Goat, that shit, that
Curry
bounce
Goat
on that
was
shit.
nice.
I did not.
Man, that shit was so fucking dope,
I did not
man.
like that song.
Delicacy.
Delicacy.
Curry
Delicacy.
Delicacy. I was like, yo. That
How
shit
are
got
you
that bounce,
knowing
man.
like this? How are you hard knowing?
I'm hard knowing on the
How
Curry
are you
Goat.
hard man?
Wow, bro.
Yeah, this
It's
shit,
just-
man.
that was
Man,
fucking
That's
me
cool.
time.
I was just about to say
That's
that.
when I had
Me
the
Time,
question mark. It was on my face when I was listening to it. I was like,
Try We.
Try
Yes.
we.
Man.
That shit was nice, bro.
Yeah,
But
this-
Frontline was my one.
Yeah,
Picket
front-
signs, tear gas, something. We on the front line. We on the front. You didn't like that one either?
Frontline
That
was
one
cool.
had that bounce
the
to it.
intro
Yeah,
and
it
Frontline
did.
was cool. Curry Goat. That's when I was like, what the?
Oh man, Curry
He
Goat.
said something. I forgot what song it was, but he said something. If we do all this protesting, antagonizing, whatever, and we get nothing done, then it's just passive. Like I forgot what song it was, but that was a dope
I think that was for my people. I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. For my people,
Yeah, for our people. So I really fuck with like there's songs on here that I liked, but just
because of the content.
because of the content. But just for me, it just felt there was a disconnect between the content and the vibe and the sound.
Man, everything it just
It
fit
just-
so perfect. Like
It
the
didn't for me.
the way they was rapping, like everything of this album, the track sounded great. I was really pleasantly surprised because I'm gonna have to use a Feefo. I really didn't know what to expect because it's been a minute since I listened to a Goodie Mob album. So just like, okay, let's see. I saw Organized Noise produce the whole thing, so I'm like, okay, all right, I'm excited for this. So let's see what this is about. And it man, this shit was. I was pleasantly surprised by how much I enjoyed this album.
It was a fun album. It
yeah.
really was a fun album.
Yeah, it really was.
So, Mike, this was one of your suggestions. Did you listen to it before you recommended it?
Yo, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because when I saw it, I said, Goodie Mob. Because I didn't even know they were they had a new album.
I
out.
knew they had one.
Nobody knew they were recording anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it just popped up out of nowhere. And I was actually surprised because a lot of people that I follow, with the exception of my man Dark One, most people weren't really talking much about it. So I was like, y'all not fucking with the Goodie Mob album? And I was really genuinely confused. But then when it was done, I was like, I think the disconnect is if you're a traditional Goodie Mob fan, you're walking into this thinking it's going to sound like old Goodie
because
Mob.
look who's producing it. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So yeah.
Because they didn't produce their last album,
No.
the one in 2013, right?
Age,
Yeah.
Age.
Age Before Destruction or something like that.
Yeah.
Age Against the
Age
Machine.
Against the
yeah.
Machine.
Which I didn't listen to.
It was all right. It wasn't bad, but it was all right. It wasn't this good. This one, I feel like everybody felt comfortable, and on certain songs, I get you. There were times where it's like, all right, that verse was cool, but it wasn't really all that. But then there were songs like the title track, where every single motherfucker in that room showed up to rap. So those are the ones where I'm just like, I don't really get why this isn't being talked about, because this is like a big moment for Atlanta.
It is,
like
man.
a Goodie Mob.
These
album
guys are
with Organized
legendary,
Noise.
man. These are legendary dudes, man. They still released a quality album today. Like all these 25 years. 25 years in the game, man. It's like, and Goodie Mob is always kind of the group that's always kind of a little bit behind and out. Like people, we always talk about Outkast. Like Outkast.
Yeah.
But nobody never mentioned Goodie Mob in a certain way. They just as important as Outkast, especially when it comes to Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Like they rep Atlanta.
When I saw it, I was like, okay, well, we'll do Goodie Mob.
Oh, you hadn't listened to it?
I had not
Oh,
listened
man.
to it.
Yeah, I didn't
and
either. I didn't either. I mean,
was-
I was
Me neither.
planning.
I didn't know they had one.
I was planning on it though, but then when you suggested, I'm like, okay, bet.
So that's why
Yeah.
you heard like, oh, 21 Savage over Goodie Mob. And I'm like, what the fuck wrong? All right.
Well, I
I'm
would
just not
just
gonna
I just
argue.
wanted to know what we were gonna do, but the last Goodie Mob album I listened to was World Party, and
It's been a minute.
if
Yeah,
you
it's
guys
been a
have listened to World Party, you kind of
Yeah.
So when I saw Goodie Mob, and I didn't even know they even had another album in 2013.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that's how bad it was. So maybe if I listened to that, I would have been a little bit more prepared. My expectations would have been, less low.
So you was, it's kind of like similar to when we reviewed Bust Around. So I was like, damn, we knew his last few projects was kind of like so you
Yep.
you
I was
wouldn't
like,
expect,
okay, we're just gonna do this. We in Atlanta.
Yeah,
we're gonna do this for the city of Atlanta. Goodie Mob, stays here, so we're gonna show them love. And when this shit started playing, I was like, oh shit,
Right.
Yes.
Right.
and I was like, oh shit, this shit is actually good.
Like the next joint, front. I mean, it was just like I was like, yo, this is a fucking good ass album.
It's like I like when it plays, it's just like I don't want to take it out. Like I was playing it yesterday when I had to put together a bed, and it was playing in the house, and it was just like every song is like different and meaningful, poignant. It resonates, like it's timely, so it kind of captures what's going on today, and it was just it just blew my mind, and I didn't even know Organized Noise did it. I had to look it up because I'm like, man, these beats are just like they're so varied, they're so different. Like, who's doing these beats? And then I saw it was Organized Noise. I was like,
oh my,
what the fuck?
no.
This is a complete album.
It is.
I was like, man, this shit is crazy.
Yeah.
I was blown away. I really fucking love this album.
It was so fun to listen to, even though it was serious.
Yes, of
But
course.
for some reason, it just felt fun when you put it on. And these guys, it just seemed like the old chemistry was there.
Yep.
Like they just showed up in a room, and you almost picture them being in like that dark ass, dank ass basement again.
Yep.
And them just fucking rapping.
Yep.
But yeah, this was a great project.
Because I think Andre 3000 referred that in one of his rhymes.
did.
Like, you I wake up on the floor and smell some smoking and like.
Yeah, walk your girl to a car,
Yep.
pat the pussy, say see you later.
Yeah, I was like, yo. Yeah, man.
I mean, all the fucking songs, like the perfect intro with CeeLo coming in, just electric, Frontline. Like we've already talked about a lot of the tracks, but it was just like it was hit after hit. Like even CeeLo and the melodies he was doing, the way he was singing.
Yes, man.
I was like, dang, man, like they still got it.
Man, this is a great project. I don't know what you talking
Yeah,
about.
I'm really surprised that you blew me. Yeah.
No,
I'm only slightly surprised by what he said. Because like I said, I do get it. It doesn't really feel like a Goodie Mob project, but to me, it's just like, all right, we'll put Goodie Mob in 2020. And this is kind of what you
This is what you get, yeah.
Because you probably didn't listen to the 2013 album, right?
I don't remember listening to it.
But it's still a good album just on its own, though.
Yeah,
without
but if
all
you're
the-
expecting that Goodie Mob soulful down south southern shit
You're not
and you
gonna
get
get it.
this, I could see being a little bit like, oh, this is weird.
Yeah, because like it didn't feel southern. It didn't feel southern fried. It didn't feel Atlanta. It didn't feel that.
Only on the first song it didn't feel Atlanta. The rest of it, Frontline,
'cause
felt Atlanta.
Off road,
Try
that was
We felt
southern.
that shit
Yeah.
felt like Dungeon Family Atlanta.
There was
Yeah.
some soul in here.
Favorite tracks? All right. So favorite tracks for me, Are You Ready? Give me No Cigar. Give me For My People. Give me Calm Before the Storm.
I got Frontline, No Cigar, Survival Kit, Calm Before the Storm, Amazing Grace. That's 5. Damn it.
So this is tough, actually. So I'm gonna do Are You Ready? No Cigar. Calm Before the Storm. That's my shit. Survival Kit. Let me get that. Try
say it.
We.
Yeah.
I'm going, Are You Ready? Frontline, No Cigar, Try We, and Survival Kit.
Goodie Mob, if you watching.
I'm sorry.
No, I ain't sorry. I'm not sorry for how I feel. But I appreciate, obviously, Goodie Mob and the importance that you guys have for Atlanta. But no, I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it. And I like the fact that you guys did bring back Organized Noise. And you had tracks on here. It just didn't resonate with me as a whole project. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's definitely not trash. I gave y'all 4 or 5 songs that I enjoyed. But it's not a project that I'm definitely gonna listen to like that. But again, I do appreciate Atlanta legends continuing to make music, and the content is there. You know what I'm saying? I don't have any issue with the music per se. It just didn't connect with me personally.
Yes, Goodie Mob, if you're watching, thank you so much for releasing, and Organized Noise. Both, all you guys did a great job with this album, from front to back. I love Organized Noise. I love the sound that you gave Goodie Mob. Goodie Mob, you guys sounded so comfortable, so much fun. Like Myke said, this album definitely had a great fun bounce, but you also had serious content in this album as well, and grown man content, which I can always appreciate because you guys been in the game for such a long time. So big ups. But yeah, great job on this album, man. I love it.
Goodie Mob, if you're watching, man, great album. I enjoyed every minute of it. It was good hearing Big Rube, and then even you adding the little bit from DC Young Fly, you know, to kind of modernize it a little bit. Like, I loved it, man. I think the details, you guys really did pay attention to the details, and it was more than nostalgia for me. And I think that was the thing that after one or two listens, I was like, okay, this is not like I'm enjoying this because of the albums that I loved in the past. Like, this is just good on its own, and you guys are, the chemistry is there, the beat production is there, but just expanded, so there's a lot of growth there, and the content always there. So it was just a very, very complete album, and I can definitely appreciate that. So good shit, and yeah, keep it up, man, whenever you guys get inspired.
Goodie Mob and Organized Noise. This is a great project. I had a lot of fun putting this on. I'm glad you guys did this. I'm glad you guys did this for yourselves, for Atlanta, for hip hop in general. I may have felt a little bit old listening to this, but that's okay, man. This was a lot of fun. I feel like Organized Noise, y'all really brought some new kind of heat. You gave amazing beats. I feel like everybody in Goodie Mob showed up to rap, but I'm giving a special shout out to, actually no, I'm not giving a special shout out. No, all y'all came with your A game, man. This was a lot of fun, man. I really enjoyed this project. Curious to see what you guys do next, but great job overall.